G'day guys, in today's show we're not doing AFL Q&A episode 17. Getting through the episodes pretty nicely, matey. Getting a couple happening.
Good stuff.
All you gotta do, guys, is just ask a question in the comments and we'll answer that question the week after on the Sunday to be released on the Monday.
Simple stuff.
That's all you have to do, guys. That's it. And if you're asking questions, by the way, make sure they're decent questions.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later, though. You know who you are. Dicko HD. JYD Gaming is the Junkyard Dog, guys. It's his second channel. And, yeah...
Got a detective on our hands here.
Yeah, I commented in on that, saying secrets out, and Junkyard Dog spewing about that, but... Yeah, now I looked at it, I don't know how I didn't notice JYD.
Yeah, that's a good
Junkyard
point.
Dog, there you go. So, good on you for noticing, Mr. Detective.
We'll move on to the...
You next, mate. You're man.
Kev F21. He's got a few questions for us. Firstly, who would your top 30 or over veteran players be this season? So, who are the older guys just tearing the season up? Gee, I've got 6 names down there. Found it very tough to decide, but in no particular order because they're all in very good form. Luke Hodge, Sam Mitchell, Scott Thompson from Adelaide having a great season.
Yep.
Matty Boyd off the halfback playing for the Dogs
Been
in
good.
sensational form. Dane Swan and Matty Prittis all in some of their best forms of their career in some of their twilight years.
There you go, mate.
You got a list for me?
Yeah, I do, mate. I do.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, well, Scotty Thompson for the Crows. He's been fantastic. 32 years of age. Dane Swan. Bob Murphy.
Yeah.
Did you mention him?
I didn't, but
No, it's
I opted
okay.
for Boyd.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, Sammy Mitchell. And I've gone with Boris Enright.
Oh, yeah.
He has been pretty good this year. Probably a shaky start, but he has been fantastic.
No, you're right. He has been very impressive. Next up, in 5 years' time, who do you think will be the top 10 players in the league? Going to handball this one to Tizzy A. He's got the list for us.
Yeah, and if you have any names for me, mate, let me know that if I've missed out on any. And I will have missed out, but it's all subjective. Jack Viney, in no particular order. Viney, Patrick Dangerfield, Adam Treloar, Dylan Schill, Patrick Cripps is a gun, Andrew Gaff, Josh Caddy, Lockie Neal, Dyson Heppel, Jake Stringer. I guess another way of interpreting it, who are the young guns now that can be, taking that next step in the next 5 years.
Yeah, fair call. The Bont surely has to get pretty close.
Yeah. I reckon he was stiff not to be in there and probably may well be in there soon enough.
That's pretty solid though, mate.
I love the package, Jake
Yeah.
Stringer. I think we all do.
Yeah, certainly. At the start of each season, which non-Geelong games do you look forward to most?
Tough question, this one.
Yeah, I mean, Richmond-Carlton, when they had that really good rivalry happening at the start of the year, and also kicking off the season, always look forward to that. Port Adelaide and Adelaide games, the showdown, often seem to be televised more than the Western Derby.
Certainly.
For whatever reason. I quite enjoy them, and they seem to be of close nature recently.
Yeah.
And Anzac Day as well. It's hard to say I really look forward to any game in particular. It's more so as they come around really big games. I mean, I couldn't wait for the West Coast Hawthorn game.
Same here, yeah.
Even though I couldn't see it. But, yeah, probably just those blockbuster games that evolve.
It depends on who's the top 4, I guess, and who hasn't played who. And, if there's a team that needs to win or can't afford to lose, that makes the game almost. But in terms of clashes, Richmond Hawthorn's always a good one because Richmond won 3 of the last 4, and it's good when a team can actually challenge Hawthorn because not many can. Scoreboard has been on the wrong end early in the year for them a couple of times, and Adelaide and Port Adelaide, but yeah, it really just does depend on where sides are at. Like, you're going to want to watch a top 4 game over the bottom 2 sides, so that's pretty simple there.
Yeah, give me a big crowd and a bit of meaning in the game, and it makes for a pretty...
It makes the game,
yeah,
so
I'll
there
be
you
looking
go.
forward to it. But
Yep.
And finally, best and worst captain in the AFL. In brackets, old mate Kev, our number 1 fan of Alex Rance, he says, Rance isn't captain, so it obviously makes the worst a lot tougher to choose. Some serious hate, but Yeah,
we've got a question. We've got a question.
take it.
We've got a question for you, Kev. Why do you hate Alex Reyes?
That's a good question. I mean,
That's a
surely-
better question than this question.
Did he run over your dog? I mean, what has he done? I mean, there's some hate, but
Yeah.
to answer your question, the worst captain, it's a really tough one because often the captain, if he isn't a very good player, he's quite a handy leader.
Yeah. They're a captain for a reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Not to be ordinary.
I mean, I went Andrew Swallow because he's in, certainly not the best form of his career. He's probably had better seasons in the past. He's struggling for a bit of consistency. And Zeeble is sort of looming, and they're almost talking about probably his tenure being up as captain as of next year, maybe. So
yeah.
and I couldn't split. They'll meet this week, Hodge and Selwood. I just think they have almost as big influence as any over their team, both by sort of that presence and what they could
Willpower.
say to their players, and you just want to follow them, and as well as on-field leadership. So,
Beautiful.
but very tough to split all the captains of good players.
Yeah, they're good for a reason, and they're captains for a reason. As
Got
I
any
said.
interesting picks, mate?
Yeah, got a couple. I've got Hodgie as the main one to win 2 Norm Smith medals as a captain.
Yeah.
It's a pretty damn good effort, and he just leads from the front, and I reckon the Hawks are a much better team with him, believe it or not. So they find a way to play well,
Yeah.
and even better with him in the side. Worst captain though,
Yeah.
Gary Ablett.
Sorry?
You happy, mate? You happy, loud and clear, Gary.
Gary Ablett Jr.,
Yep.
the best player in the game.
Yep. Tommy Lynch is next captain. Apparently, that's what the talk is. Ablett just does not represent them well enough off the field, mate. He's the best player in the game and the best captain on field, but he's the worst player to represent a club. Sometimes doesn't rock up to training, goes away randomly, doesn't play when they need him out there. So there you go.
The worst captain in the league. It's Gary Ablett.
Bang, mate.
Alright, it's an opinion business. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm here to be controversial, mate.
That's what we
Here
like.
to spark up a bit of controversy.
That's fair enough, mate. Thank you for the questions, Kev. Good stuff.
Yeah. Back to you, Dicko. Another amazing video by your legends. Well, it's good to hear. Went for nearly an hour, so it would have been
Yeah.
still would have been like watching a movie. I didn't fall out of bed this time. I fell out of my chair. Well, it's good that you're mixing it up, mate.
Yeah.
Will you guys do a celebration for 300 subscribers? Sorry, that it's not AFL. Just very curious. Probably not. We'll be happy once we do get to it. But we were going to donate some money at 500 subscribers, but no one seems to care about helping out people in need. So, yeah, they're not on board with that.
Oh, wow.
We're going to donate to Beyond Blue or Freeze MND, but as I said, no one cares about that side of things, as long as they're alright. It's okay.
Hey,
It's the main thing.
you're a bit cranky today, mate.
Oh my god, I'm slowly on the recovery.
Okay.
So there you go, cheers guys. If your channel got famous enough, would you ever consider going full time on YouTube? Yeah, probably, but it's not going to happen because it's AFL, and even AFL probably couldn't live off full time. So
Well, we can't get famous. I reckon I got recognised down the street the other day.
remember when we got recognised at Simmons Stadium? That was pretty good
That
fun.
was actually pretty funny. But
I was just like, who are you?
yeah, we're at North Ballarat today. Tice thought he was a celeb. He's looking around going, put a bit of meat on. You should have seen the head wobble. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it?
Hey, don't you know me? Do you know me?
Yeah, I was just waiting for people to say, "Oh, Tizio 100."
No, Nigel Lappin going, you know who I am.
James Rowley, we thought we were superstars, matey. Yeah, you tried to sell him into it, that I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, I star over here, mate. But no, it's because it's what we do isn't really I don't know, it's not dumb enough for the masses, I guess.
Yeah.
It's too serious, I guess, one would say. So there you go. It's got to be fun and quirky. We are, but we're not. Yeah, we're not comedic by any. Well, to the extent of others. Anyway, next one. What was the last game you guys have gone to? Geelong and Carlton early this year, pal.
Yeah,
and you went to one
last
very.
night.
You went to one very recently.
Yeah, Geelong versus Sydney. So
Good wins, both of them.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll go to another one this week, which will be good.
Yeah, I can't wait, mate. Who will be Adelaide's coach next season? I'd have to guess Brendan Bolton. That's been the talk. Brendan Bolton or Mick Boltonhouse.
Yeah, I had Bolton down there as well. I think he could also be highly in the running for Carlton as well. But I reckon if the Crows can make it to finals and even win a final under Camperali, then he's got to be considered because, he was very close to Phil Walsh, obviously, and worked closely there. So would have to be a chance.
So, mate, is John Barker going to coach the Blues? I think he means full time after this season. No, because interims generally don't coach after the fact.
Exactly, and there's a strong reason for that, and generally it's the fact that they were a strong part of the failed regime.
What didn't work.
Coaching groups are very close-knit, and
yep,
that's generally why, so I don't think so.
That's it, and he's put down the bottom here, I'm asking Tyson and Shorty the questions. I think he's directing that at you, AFL champ. We'll have a few words to you later on.
Look out. The junkyard dog.
And, just right on top, he's like, I want to answer them both. Yeah, alright.
Oh, mate, pull up.
We'll talk to you later on about that.
Yeah, stay tuned, son. Anyway, we'll move on to the junkyard dog.
He's asked some decent questions this week.
One of our favourites and more controversial figures, which we enjoy.
And I reckon he likes it too.
Yeah. Okay, this week I will have more positive questions than negative. And he's split them too. Positive questions.
Good on you.
How do you guys go in Supercoach? What scores do you normally get? Well, I rate myself as quite a Supercoach expert, I suppose. I would like to think I go alright at it. I think I'm currently ranked 2,700. I scored 2,500 on the weekend, so it was not a bad week, but a high scoring round.
Was.
And Tiz, you're a newer comer to the game, but going fairly well as well.
Is it my second year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, in the top 16%, so that's about 28 to 30,000.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, not the worst. So averaging 2,031, going by my stats, and generally around the 2,100 to 2,200 mark. And 2,300 this week with Beams and Fife with 2 big zeros.
Yeah,
so not too bad.
Handy stuff. How many premierships do you think Hawthorn will win in the next 5 years? It's really tricky. I personally feel that this year is their last true contending year. I mean, that could sound a bit funny, but it's just hard to see the likes of Lake, Frawley, Burgoyne, Hodge, Mitchell, all those guys playing at this elite form. I mean, it can go quickly, and I just just a slight gut feel that I think this is their last absolute real crack at it. They'll be there and abouts, but I feel like, to answer your question, probably one, I reckon. I reckon one, and then maybe a rebuild, and I feel their best chances this year. Yeah,
I completely agree with you, mate. One.
Yeah, nice.
And probably within this year, if they were to win it.
Yeah, very good. That all you got for me on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty short and sharp that one.
That's right. Do you think 2015 is Fremantle's last chance at a premiership? In brackets, maybe a bit negative, but I don't think it is negative, as most of my questions always are.
Justification there.
You love the Dockers, mate. Give us your thoughts.
Yes. I think it's probably their best crack at it for a while. Because Sandilands, I think he's playing on next year, but just because you're playing on next year doesn't mean you'll be in the form you were this year or the years before that. And yeah, I don't think they'll go away or slide down the ladder heavily, but yeah, if they want to win a flag, this is the year. Time is of the essence.
That's right. McFarlane, Pav, Sandy all coming close to the end.
Yeah,
so
I think they have the oldest list.
Yeah,
from memory.
The time is now for the Dockers. Who do you think has a better chance of making top 4, Richmond or Western Bulldogs?
Well, he would have asked this before the weekend.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the Doggies are in the 4, aren't they? Which is amazing.
And we would have gone Richmond probably before Friday night.
Yeah, look, and I think I still will. I still will, yeah. I was actually meaning to check the draws, but I forgot. But I'm just going to say Richmond because I do think they are the better side of the two. The Dogs look fantastic beating up on maybe some weaker opponents.
Yeah.
But I will stay with Richmond just.
I went with the Doggies, mate. A bit seduced by their form against not so great opposition. They tore Port Adelaide a new one, and you know they're not a bad side. Well, they're certainly far from being a good side, but yeah. And I don't think the Dogs will have a hugely tough draw with their finishing last year. So I think the Dogs but I can equally mount a case for Richmond as well.
Very good. And we shall move on to the negative questions.
Which you
Boy, they're thought-provoking, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think Adam Goodes is a sook? Mate, is he a sook?
He can be.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think he can sook it up at times, for sure. I think most people agree with that one.
I've got onto the tweet to him too.
Check him up, he's a Twitter Nazi, this boy, he just goes crazy. The second one might provoke a few more thoughts, and
oh boy,
whether we agree, I don't know or not. Do you think everyone boos Adam Goodes because he is black, or because he is just a wanker? What do you reckon, mate? Not much booing at the Cats game.
That's good. I would like to think it's not due to his race. So
No, I don't think so.
I mean, there's 71 other Indigenous players and they don't boo for no reason, so...
That's right. I think if you wanted to get the old mate pie chart out and divide into percentages of why people boo, you know, you probably have his Australian of the Year, then his speech, how he treated that young girl, his outrageous thoughts, plays for freeze. Yeah. Then maybe you might have a small percentage of the guy who sits behind me at the footy. He boos him because he's black.
Yeah,
because he's Indigenous, I should say. But there's no doubt. I mean, he's awful.
I mean, most of the people that do boo because of race are generally ignorant, not very intelligent species.
Exactly, but certainly people don't agree with some of the things he said, which has been well noted. So,
unfortunately.
Okay, I hope you like these questions better, he says. No, it's very good setup, mate.
I think it was some of his best form of the year.
Yeah, some career best stuff from the Junkyard Dog. Not as we don't dislike your other questions, just, you know, some nice positive ones here and there are always good to have. So good stuff, mate.
Yeah, always outweigh positives with negatives. No, I think I mean that the other way around, but always have more positives, mate. I'm not going to confuse myself here.
Oh, goodness.
And now we got your fangirl. I don't know if that's you or not, but maybe Dicko. Dicko will get under that one.
Dicko the detective can tell us that one.
Oh, he's a funny bloke. Thank you for answering at least one of my questions. Anyway, I'm going to ask some more, and they won't be dirty this time. Well, that's how you get answers, mate. You don't ask dirty questions. But I wouldn't say they're good ones, unfortunately. Which AFL team do you think cheats more than anyone else? Well, I don't know how teams cheat, but Hawthorn have really had the rub of the ground with a few umpiring calls. 2014 preliminary final, 2012 preliminary final. There's a few other iffy calls, so they've gone the Hawks' way. And
then again, that's not them cheating, is it? I mean, they might have been a bit lucky, I suppose, but
yeah, it's tough to say worst or hates or cheats. It's tough to put teams and numbers and players to those. Yeah,
I mean, you can't cheat in the game. I mean,
unless you boom Harvey.
Nah, interesting question. I don't really have an answer to the side as I don't really think anyone cheats per se.
Yeah, it's not the best question in the world. Do you think Nick Nananui is hopeless? Do you think he should work for Cadbury Chocolate? And because it's a racist in brackets, I'm not reading that. No and no.
Come on, you gotta lift, mate.
If you want decent answers, ask decent questions. Junkyard Dog Fangirl.
I mean, we've just been talking about the goods thing. I mean, come on, surely. I mean, he's a bloody gun. I mean, I hope you're feeling...
In the past, I would have said, probably.
I mean, his mother just passed away, so I hope you're feeling bad for your ridiculous comments. So, there's no need for him. He's one of the better players in the AFL, certainly this year.
Yeah.
It's breakout year, so... No room for racism. Come on, sharpen up, surely.
Yeah, you're better than that. Why do you go for Geelong? Well, that's where I live, and my mate in grade 6 got me all over the Catters, or in grade 5 probably as well. It's probably why.
Yeah, certainly living in Geelong as well, and the old man's a fanatical Cats fan, as you know.
Loves them.
So, was there any hope for me? I don't think I could have escaped it, really. Certainly, there's brought up in a household of some serious Cats following, so it was always on the cards.
Just had no choice.
Oh, this brings us
just accepts it.
Yeah, just forced upon me.
Which brings us to
the main show here, the AFL champ.
You've got a few words for him, mate, I hear.
These questions are genuine garbage, mate. I mean, what is going on here? Well, I've read these questions and just done some serious head shaking. I mean, when you type these words, what are you hoping for us to say? I mean, what is happening in this world?
Not much, mate.
Genuine troll here.
What's going on?
I mean, do you want me to read them out?
Oh, yeah, quickly.
No, I'll read them out, but surely get some serious Q&A happening. Everyone chucks in a joke.
You're not going to be serious, just go. just go away somewhere else.
And stop answering other people's questions.
People don't like it, don't do it.
Answering the odd question that you might be passionate about, I think that's fair.
You're just going to be a troll, everyone. Just go troll somewhere else.
But it's Tizio and Shorty's Q&A. Anyway, I'll read his questions. He goes, if Chris Scott came up to you today and asked you, at this point I'm thinking, nice, outside the square, good question.
But then
could play one game for Geelong, but you would die the next day.
Negative question.
if you didn't, blah, 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 then you wouldn't die. It doesn't mean as much to me my whole life to play one game. So,
same here, mate.
Ridiculous question.
My statement would not play.
Okay, second question, it's left field, but I don't mind it. Would you rather play one game for Geelong and do your ACL and retire, or play 100 games for Hawthorn?
Negative question.
Yeah. Obviously picked up we hate the Hawks, but surprise, surprise, I'd rather play 100 games for Hawthorn.
Make a name for yourself, mate.
Exactly, and while I hate the Hawks, I actually do respect them for the footy club they are, and I think if I'm sitting in the draft and you get drafted to a team you don't like, you just got to make the most of it, and there's no way you'd want to be a one-game guy who just does his ACL. I mean, it'd be heartbreaking, even for your own club.
I agree, mate.
And I can't seem to read the third question, mate.
I've got 100 games as well, matey, and I can read out that question for you.
Sorry, mate.
The YouTube for some reason cut it out as I printed it. If Geelong cloned 100 Shane Kirstens, name is probably spelt wrong. Well, the only thing you've done right with all those questions is spell his name right. So there you go. And they delisted every other player. Would you switch teams? I think he's saying. Yes, I know you hate Shane Kirsten, as I have something. Yeah, as you've seen in previous Q&As.
Mate, yeah, well, no, I mean, I wouldn't be switching teams, but
it's the most ridiculous question.
Geelong through and through, but it's just a scenario. It's just never, ever going to happen. And
100 of them.
It's just absurd hypotheticals I feel like I read on Facebook, but yeah. Do you have any thoughts there, mate?
I wouldn't be switching clubs, and that's never going to happen. It's just a dumb question.
Would you rather kiss Jared Roughhead? I mean, surely could have taken the time to at least spell the guy's name right.
Yeah, isn't there a Y in there and not two H's?
Yeah. Or David Hale.
Well, I don't want to get any skin cancer from Ruffy, so...
Who cares? Why do you care? I just don't get it. It's unbelievable scenes, and I just don't have an answer for ridiculous questions. Someone asked us about a kissing question. Who would you kiss in the
Probably
AFL?
him.
I mean, if you want to see some, I mean, Lockie Weller's just going by storm. I mean, just could have surely put him in the question or something. But number 5.
I reckon David Hale, mate. If I had to pick out the two, David Hale just, but yeah, I wouldn't be lining up or anything like that.
That is a pretty funny looking unit, but
yeah, they both are.
Yeah. And question 5 is where he just loses me here. And this is the first time I'm reading this question because I couldn't read it first time. It was just redonk. But if you did a diarrhea crap in your pants when playing in an AFL game and the crap was going down your legs, would you continue to play, or would you run off the ground and change your pants?
You keep going, wouldn't you, mate?
It's a moronic question again because obviously, unless you've just eaten a terrible meal for breakfast, you're not playing because surely you've got gastro and surely you pull yourself out of the game.
Yeah, that's alright. I've put down it probably wouldn't happen in the first place, but
Well, it hasn't happened in 120 years, mate. It's not going to happen.
there you go.
Straighten up, mate. Straighten up. I mean, is he the junkyard dog? Is that what your theory was? Because he's gone spruiking the junkyard dog later.
Don't know, mate. You can tell us, junkyard dog.
I mean, what is going on here? But the AFL champ, I don't know what's happening there,
Hang
mate.
out, Shane.
I don't know what's happening there, mate. I'll give you credit for unique, and I can't help but laugh at some of your questions, which I'm not sure if is the intention.
Yeah, not a good laugh, I wouldn't have thought.
But come on.
Yeah, better than that.
We need better stuff, don't we? We've just wasted that 4 or 5 minutes on garbage there. So.
Thanks, AFL champ. Sport report. New bloke.
Nice.
Good on you, sport report. Keep them coming. What are some tips for making an AFL related channel? Because I have been wanting to do it for a while. I just don't know what to upload. Well, yeah, it's a tough one because I've even been drawing ideas and this is one of them. But people like to do their tips on YouTube. AFL highlights, people love that more than anything. They don't really like listening to people talk on the camera or ladder predictions. Ladder predictions is probably a bad example, but they certainly like highlights. So, yeah. Any thoughts for you, mate?
Nah, it's a tough gig to crack, I suppose. I guess.
If you like Supercoach,
Yeah.
talks about Supercoach.
I suppose maybe if you're really passionate about one individual area, then focus in on that and do something weekly. I suppose people like to know something's coming once a week, and
Yeah.
if they too like that area, they'll probably watch. I mean, we have not a stack of fans, but I suppose the ones that do watch quite regularly because they enjoy the, albeit small market, they enjoy it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You want to attract those people.
We've got Darth Muse here.
We
And
do.
I'll throw to you for the list, mate. He asks, name a player from each club that you want at Geelong. What do you got for us, mate?
It's a pretty tough question because
It is.
it's like, am I picking the best midfielders out of here or am I picking the best defenders? Don't know, but I'll just pick players.
Go for it.
Dangerfield, Rockcliffe, Cade Simpson, Scott Pendlebury, Heppel, Fife, Gunston, Patton, Ablett, Vince, Higgins, Wines, Deludio, Stephen, Parker, McGovern, Dalhouse. And yeah, I probably could have picked Britters from West Coast or Stringer from the Dogs, but that's what I picked.
Yeah, and Darling potentially would be up there too. Cripsy from the Blues would be a few ones too.
Yeah,
Off the top
Cripsy.
of my head for sure.
Cripsy came to mind. Yeah, good stuff, mate.
Yeah, nicely done. And another question for us. After the Dogs smash the Bombers, is it time for Essendon to delist James Hird? Lol. Well, of course.
Lol.
Delist, sack, whatever you like.
The list. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Good terminology.
I think his time has come actually.
I think his time's been well gone prior to that Bulldogs game.
Yeah, you reckon?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he's just probably lost the players, hasn't he?
Yeah, they say they're behind him, but they're not going to say they're not behind him. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always thought too that, I mean, James Hird is the face of evil now, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you see James Hird, you picture aside,
Yeah.
investigation, stress on his face, meetings outside his house. Unfortunately, he's a favourite son, but he's tainted in a way, isn't he? So I
He
feel
really
that
is,
he's
yeah.
just has to move on.
For sure, mate. Mick Moldhouse was getting similar results and he went straight away.
Yeah.
I don't know why it has to be different for James Hird.
Yeah, end of year will come and will tell us the answer, but he's got to be on very shaky ground, one would think.
I think he's contracted till the end of next year. Is that correct?
I think so, but sometimes...
Contracts don't mean anything,
Yeah.
I know, but yeah, that's in mind. But he should go.
Yeah, I think the time...
They can't move on until he moves on.
Yeah, which is sad because I like Hurdy and I think he can coach, but unfortunately,
Yeah,
tainted, got to part ways to move on as a footy club.
just like West Coast 2006 Premiership.
Yeah.
That's another story though. Mike Sheen.
And Darth Muse is ending with a bit of a joke. S. Cremery, 7 goals, 2-44. Defeated Essendon Football Club, 5 goals, 10-40. Haha.
Very
Just a
good.
bit of a revenge call there, Cremery.
Yeah.
Doing the job nicely against his old club.
Yeah, he did a great job. Certainly a bit of revenge there.
Definitely.
AFL football, the last one. Okay, he's gotten a bit up and about here. I'm ex-Trinity in AFL. You can't just be silly, and you can't just skip my question saying I never met Dari Joe. Well, for starters, that's way too many capitals, and B, calm down, and C, I haven't met him, so I don't know what to tell you, man. I haven't met him.
What's he talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You ask a question, we give you an answer, mate. When
Thanks,
you don't like the answer, then just don't bloody worry about it. We're not lying through answers. We haven't met the bloke.
You can even go over to him and ask him. We haven't met him. We've talked to him.
And I don't understand why you're so offended.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We haven't met him. We haven't met him. So there you go.
Just relax.
Calm
people.
down.
Just serious questions.
Yeah.
Just, we don't mind some funny stuff, but come on.
It's been a bit out of control the last few weeks, mate. I've actually been kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
No. Don't know how you see it.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, I suppose. I mean, sometimes it's fun to give people a bit of a break on the camera as well. We
feel like that's all we're doing at the moment.
We give the tips and the review as a more serious video. We like to loosen up in the Q&A, which we don't mind some looser questions and outside the field normal questioning, but no racism, no ridiculous pants explosions and absurd would you rathers. Just as we said last week,
topics.
There's nothing better than we love to talk footy. Me and Tyce talk footy more often than not. Just give us a real thinker. There's no limit on the time for the video, so if you give us a good question, we'll give it the time it deserves.
Yeah, well, you've summed it up perfectly.
Thanks, mate.
And
good video.
Oh, yeah. I wish the questions were, anyway.
No, there were some good ones in there, for sure.
Yeah, a couple of disappointing ones. The Junkyard Fangirl, AFL Champ, and AFL Football, you should all hang your head in shame.
But also, Dicko always delivers. The Junkyard Dog in some career best stuff. Darth Muse was good. The Kev keeps returning.
I like the half glass full, mate. My
apologies if I've missed anyone, because there were some good questions there. I'll keep flowing back. But no, I think I've pretty much covered everyone. Just if you're looking for a review of your question.
Good stuff. Well, there's your report card. Alright, that's AFL Q&A episode 17 wrapped up. So, just ask a question in the comments. Make sure it's a good one, otherwise we won't give you anything. So,
demanding questions.
We won't give you anything AFL football. So yeah, keep them clean, guys, and make sure they're decent, because we'll enjoy answering them more and not hate this segment as much. So.
You said it was our favourite segment the other week.
Gee whiz, mate. A few people are just making it not so, but anyway.
You're on edge, mate.
Just put those questions, make them decent, and we'll be happy with it. And you'll be happy with the response we give you because it's good.
Exactly.
All right.
Simple.
You're in control of your own destiny.
You fired him up now. He's fired
it's
up.
Crazy stuff. But anyway, that's it from us. Feel free to check out our tips and our Geelong reviews if you're keen on the Cats. And don't forget to subscribe for more Q&As. Don't forget to share it around to all your mates so they can see it as well. And thanks for sticking around, guys. And we'll catch us all next time.